Hi, Pamela here, and I want to take you along on a journey with me, a 10-day cleanse, and this is the Purium products that I'm a little bit nervous about. Today's day number 1, and it all started when I did a 21-day meditation with Masajati, and in that meditation, I was getting more and more in touch with my true self, and I stumbled upon the Purium 10-day cleanse, and that felt right to me. And I'm a little bit nervous because I know these cleanses can stir up the mud, because anytime I have eaten, to suppress something, it's going to come up emotionally. But that's okay, because I want to be free of it. I want to be free of any kind of emotional addiction. Like, I work in my house, so I'm right next to my refrigerator. And sometimes I eat things without even really, needing them or knowing that I'm even eating them. And so I want to be more mindful too. And if I have one weakness, it's chai. And this is really good. I mean, it's got cardamom, clove, pepper, ginger, spices, and all that stuff. But the number one ingredient is water, and then it's organic evaporated cane juice. Then I started eating these energy bars. They were still pretty healthy, but I thought, I just don't want that. I'm a vegan, and my diet's pretty clean. So I'm not doing it to lose weight as much as just to be free of any kind of addiction, which evaporated cane juice is certainly one of them. So let me show you how this works. You have the power shake. And first of all, you take the master aminos, like I'm about due to take 5 more of these. I took 5 this morning at 7 o'clock just with water, and I'm going to take 5 more in a minute here. And then after I did that, a couple hours later, I took this power shake, and I was really kind of nervous about the taste of it because it's got, wheatgrass, alfalfa grass, spirulina, and all those really heavy green products. But actually, it was really good. I'm surprised, but I took it down, and it's like, this is pretty good because it's got some apple and raspberry in there too. So it's really not bad at all. You just put 2 shakes in with this shaker, shake it up, drink it down. And then, let's see, then you got the fiber that you take, and then the ionic elements, and I just took some of these, not real crazy about the flavor of these. You take 20 drops in water, swish it around, and drink it down. Didn't taste that good, but you can take it with juice, but it's not that bad. I'm just going to keep doing it with water. And then you've got this cherry juice, which since today is my day number 1, I haven't taken it yet. But everything I've heard about this is like you sleep like a baby. So that's the process for me and the next 10 days. Pamela here on day number 2. It's April 4th, 2014. And so far I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning and I tried to go back to sleep. I couldn't. I was just wide awake. So that was pretty cool. And also, one thing that really helped me a lot was I cleaned out my fridge totally before I started this process. And that is the apothe cherry juice, a cucumber, an orange pepper, organic watermelon, that's a half an avocado. These are all flex foods that are totally allowable. And raw coconut water, unpasteurized. And you'll see that my water is chilling for the next round of drink. And just a few things in the side here that, I'm not going to throw these away. Anyway, there's a little bit of mellow miso soup, and you can have that. Like, if you really need just a little something warm, they say that vegetable broth is okay. So, I don't have that yet, but if I need it, I'm not going to torture myself, and so far I feel pretty good. So basically today I'm gonna have watermelon, and I had one of these. This is my little microgreen sprout, and I'll tell you, a sweet pea has never tasted so good, and it's all live and really like the food I want to eat. I want to eat this kind of food. And it's funny, like, I don't know anybody else who's doing the cleanse right now, so I've been going on YouTube and just checking out other people's videos and seeing what their experience is. And I watched this one guy, Ryan, and he was talking about how he's been vegan for years. He doesn't ever eat fast food, but yet he saw these signs, and he could feel his cravings come up. And I thought, oh my God, that's so nice to hear that I'm not alone. Because when I was watching this movie last night, very funny movie, License to Wed, you know, it's a nice distraction. Anyway, I watched this and there was some food in this movie, and I thought, oh my God, my eyes just went right to that food. It's like, I want that food. And it was stuff I would have never, ever eaten before. So it's nice to know that other people are going through similar things. So if you decide to do this, I would say get the flex foods. I mean, why not? You don't have to have them, but it's such a nice treat to have a cup of watermelon or maybe a sliced up cucumber. And I'll show you my flex foods as we go on that I'm having. Okay, welcome to day number 3. I've heard this can be the most challenging day of all, but so far I feel good. Like I woke up again 5 o'clock in the morning with all this energy, and I really wasn't even hungry, but you're supposed to drink your first shake at 9 o'clock, so I did. And I do know from the last 2 days that the hardest part for me is around 3, 4, 5 o'clock. That is the time where, like, if I just take a nap or something, I get over it and then I feel better. But it's really waking me up to how much I eat emotionally. Like, it's this feeling of, I want that, I should be able to have that, or I'm feeling like this, and so I just watch myself going for food. But this, you know, it's so deceptive because this probably doesn't look like food, but this is the best food, and I'm getting more and more appreciative of it every day. So you're really getting super nutrient dense food here. I feel my cells are just like really coming alive. And I know 3, 4, 5 o'clock, I'll probably get a little bit cold. I haven't had a headache yet, but there is this state of just kind of being spacey. So I don't like to talk a lot to other people during that time. I'd rather just chill out. And you know, if that's all it takes for 10 days, I think pretty much anybody can do it. I don't know. But it's been easier than I thought it was going to be so far, day number 3. So I'd like to show you my flex food that I'm going to have today. And that is simply almond milk. See, these are raw almonds. I soaked them overnight, and what you do with this machine is you simply pour them into this cup and put in filtered water. And then you just press the mill button 3 times. Okay, so yesterday I put 8 ounces of that almond milk into my 2 o'clock shake, and I felt great all day. I didn't need a nap, and I keep waiting for myself to feel worse, but I don't. In fact, I'm getting these really cool transformational ideas. That's why it's called the Transformation Cleanse. I thought, okay, 1974, do you remember when Henry Kissinger said, whoever controls the food controls the people? And, you know, like many of us, we're concerned about multinational corporations, which, you know, we should be. But I thought if I control my own food, I'm in control of myself. And it's available. It's like you've got non-genetically modified food. You have organic food. You have fresh, raw, live food. It's available. And I used to think that I was free when I could eat whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. But just the opposite is true. I am free when I know that it's up to me to control what I eat. I know it sounds simple, but it's really like a revelation. And this is only day number 4. But I know now why they're calling it a transformational cleanse, because it's not just losing a couple inches, which I have lost 1 inch so far on my stomach, but it's about so much more than that. So I'm really glad you're coming along on this journey with me, and this is my flex food for the day. So I have an organic green apple for today. So yes, I made it to the halfway point. I'm on day number 5. And today I'm going to celebrate with a salad that is totally allowable. I'm going to have watermelon radish with an avocado, half an avocado. That is 2 flex items, and you can have up to 3 a day. So I'm going to put this in my handy dandy machine, and if you don't have one of these, you can just cut it up real fine. That is the trick to raw food, cutting it up really super fine, and the taste is going to be marvelous. So if you're missing noodles, that was half of a watermelon radish, which is totally allowable on the transformational cleanse. I'm going to put that here, and then I will put a little bit of avocado on top, dice it up, and put maybe a little bit of this is Himalayan salt, you could use sea salt on top, and I think I'll have a few microgreens. Who wants to be in the salad? You guys? And there you have it. This, my friends, would have looked like not that much to me a while ago, but today it looks like total abundance. And that's the cool thing about this cleanse, is that I don't have to be a consumer, a heavy consumer. A little bit goes a long way, and it's totally beautiful. Okay, day number 6, just checking in really quickly. I had to get out in nature today. As you can see, I'm in the woods, and I love it out here because the air is so fresh, and it's alkalizing, just breathing this air. Not to mention all the chlorophyll-rich foods on the Transformation Cleanse. So I'm detoxifying. Yesterday there's a little bit of a slump between 4 and 6, but no big deal. And if you ever decide to do this cleanse, I would recommend spending as much time as possible in nature, away from media, away from the cooking shows, away from the doom and gloom, and just surround yourself with all this beautiful greenery, because it's like healing from the inside out, the outside in. It's all just one big healing experience. So I'm going to have the microgreens that you saw yesterday for my flex food today. Hey, it's day number 7, and I got to tell you about this thing that happened last night, because it was so bizarre. It's like all of a sudden, about 9 o'clock, this feeling of deep sadness, just like I could feel it all through the top half of my body, and I didn't know where it came from, but I decided to just feel it and be with it. And I listened to a meditation, went to sleep, and this morning I woke up and I felt great again. It was just like I just am detoxing some old weird thing from the past. I don't know, but I'm feeling more and more like a kid every day. And I'm convinced that if we just give ourselves the space, our body, mind, and spirit, the nurturing that is conducive to healing, it wants to heal. So I'm carving out a little time today to give myself, or take myself to a massage therapist, one of the best in town. I love her. And I've been doing this dry skin brushing, where you just, brush the skin, the legs, the arms, everything toward the heart, so that the lymphatic system has a chance to release those toxins more easily. And the cool thing about this Transformation Cleanse is they have a naturopath doctor on call. So I emailed him some stuff and just asked him some questions. He was really cool. So I really think giving ourselves that support is key. And from that place, then we can really love other people. And my flex food for today, one of them is going to be a sliced up cucumber. Just going to slice it up on the diagonal, spread a little bit of cayenne pepper on top with some sea salt, and it's awesome. I've had it before, and I love this one. So take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, do you remember on day number 1 when I said I wasn't real crazy about the taste of the ionic elements? Well, I had some today on day number 8, and the taste is pretty neutral. And I realize that's because my mouth, my body's becoming more alkaline. And there are so many benefits to having an alkalized body. Just get more raw fruits and vegetables in your diet. You're going to be so much better off. And, you know, I used to think with a pepper like this that I had to saute it or stir fry it. But, man, now just tasting it raw is so delicious. And this is one of the flex foods that you can have. And try it. I mean, after you do this cleanse, if you do it, potato chips, any of that stuff will not even look good to you anymore. Because this is like, oh my gosh, the taste is so much better, and it's just so much more colorful and so much more beautiful. Hey, you're still here. It's day number 9, and yes, I'm feeling a lot of energy. Like pretty much everybody on this cleanse, I have a lot more energy. I've lost weight, I've lost inches. But the thing that surprised me most yesterday was I was looking around, and I'm like, I'm not kidding, my vision was clearer. And that is totally cool. And yet, last night I had 2 people call me, and they were a little bit concerned about what I was doing. They hadn't seen me. They just heard that I was going on this 10-day cleanse. You gotta be careful. But have you ever heard that phrase where they say successful people do the opposite? And that is so true. It's like with this cleanse, it looks like you're getting a little bit amount of food, but you're actually getting a lot of nutrients. Whereas most of the general population is getting a lot of food, but very few nutrients. That's the difference. And also, this is an anabolic cleanse versus a catabolic cleanse. And the anabolic cleanse, because it has these master aminos, actually builds your body up rather than breaking it down. So I would like to show you my flex food for today. I've cut up half of an avocado. I'm going to have a tomato. You know, another thing is that I haven't been pushing myself hardly at all this week because I was going to chill a little bit, but I found that I'm actually getting more work done than usual. So we're just going to put one tomato in there, all diced up. And this is totally allowable on this cleanse. Okay, we made it, day number 10. This has been my faithful companion. Today I put raw, unpasteurized coconut water in with the green powder. Tastes really good. And surprisingly, after 10 days, 3 times a day, I am not tired of this drink. It's really good. But overall, I feel super high on life right now. I mean, I really do. It's like when you come back from one of those retreats and you just feel like you want to take on new projects, like you want to do stuff again, and it's not the drudgery. But anyway, I didn't have to go off to a retreat somewhere, spend thousands of dollars on hotel and flight and leave my dog. You know, I just did it right here in my home, which is really cool. But enough about me. I want to hear about you. Like, what would incentivize you to take on a challenge like this? You know, maybe you want to drop the cravings like I had. You know, just to be free of addictions to food and to really nourish your body at the same time. Maybe you want to lose weight. Like, I don't have a scale, but I know my clothes fit a lot better. And, you know, I have more flexibility. I feel like my joints are just so much healthier. And, you know, there could be that thing where you just want to take a dare. You know, I love to dare myself. And so I dared myself, and because of it, I feel even more self-confident than I did before, and more self-respect. Like I'm really nourishing my body and taking really good care of it. So whatever it is for you, like whatever goal you have, I want to incentivize you because I've got these $50 gift cards that I can give people. And I'm going to put the link right down below in the description so you can go there, type in ElementalCuisine, that will get you the $50 off gift card. And otherwise, just email me. You know, if you have any questions or comments or you just want to talk about it, I would love to hear from you.